I click on the first few posts in Men Seeking Women on Craigslist, and it's pretty much all pictures of penises. I'm more of a face gal myself, so I'm going to keep looking, but now I'm only going to click on posts that have good titles. I mean, it's late. I can't sleep. I should be looking for furniture. But I just keep scrolling through all the sugar daddies this and no strings attached that until I see the title, Yankees tickets and a toaster. I mean, I don't want Yankees tickets. I'm from Boston, and I like the Red Sox. But toast is my favorite food. And I don't have a toaster in my new apartment in Brooklyn. I've had a rough time since I moved to Brooklyn. I had a terrible falling out with my very best friend, and every date I've gone on has been weird. The last guy I went out with wanted us both to wear licorice underpants. Whatever Yankees tickets and a toaster is, it can't be as weird as that. And so I click. I'm happy to not see a forlorn wiener dangling over a nest of computer cords. Instead, there's a nice picture of a brand new toaster. The ad is straightforward. This guy is looking for that lover of baseball and toasted bread products to go with him to one of the last 4 games to be played at Yankee Stadium before they tear it down. He has never been there before, and he's a Red Sox fan coming down from Boston. He says the best response will win the ticket and the toaster. The game is tomorrow. Now, I don't know who wrote this ad, but they wrote it for me. To me. I am that lover of baseball and toasted bread products. And I am homesick for anything Boston, and so I have no choice but to reply. I add the basic stats. Red Sox fan, lover of toast, don't have a toaster, 5'7", athletic, and free tomorrow, which is now technically tonight. I attach a picture of myself, hit send, and go to bed. In the morning, I check my fake email that I made up last night, and there's a response from him. It says, I've won. I'm so excited, I send him an email saying I'm going to get a loaf of bread. And he says, I'll meet you in front of Grand Central Station. Waiting for him, I'm going back and forth between blind date butterflies and the stark realization that meeting a stranger from the internet in front of a train station is the beginning to more than one episode of Law and Order. I mean, I could just buy a toaster. But suddenly, he's there with this smiling face. He picks me out of the crowd because I'm wearing a Red Sox hat. And I'm not really getting a Law and Order vibe from him, so we jump on the number 4 train and head towards the Bronx. We talk and laugh for the whole 9 innings. It's weird. We have a lot more in common than baseball and toast. We linger for a while once the game ends, and Yankees fans are like coming up to us and thrusting their cameras in our hands, begging us to take their picture because it's the last time they will ever be here. And more, this seems less like a blind date from Craigslist and more like old friends having an adventure. We part ways at Grand Central and we say the things you say, like, it was nice to meet you, and if you're ever in Boston. And it's not till I'm almost home that I realize I did not receive my toaster. But I get this text message from him in the morning. He's so sorry. The toaster's in his trunk he valeted at the hotel in his car. And I'm like, no big deal, although I had bought that loaf of bread. So I write back, LOL, next time, figuring he's going back to Boston and there will be no next time and I will never get my toaster. But I'm out later that night with friends when I get another text from him. It says, hey, what are you doing? My friends just blew me off. And I look at my BlackBerry, and my heart's kind of beating fast. he's still in town. And before I know what's what, I'm writing him back, so did my friends. Where should I meet you? And he writes back, the Grand Hyatt. Now, my friends think it's kind of sketchy to meet him at his hotel, and while I do value their opinion, I won that toaster, and I'm going to go get it. In the morning, after a late checkout, we get his car from the valet, and he pops the trunk and hands me a toaster still in the box, as promised. And we say the things you say, like, I had a really good time, and if you're ever in Boston. And he gets in his car and drives away. And I have this really strange feeling, like seasickness and euphoria all at the same time. And it's like wrong that he's leaving me and going back to Boston without me. And I feel like I should be with him. And my brain is like, whoa, you just met him. But the rest of me is like, yeah, brain, but you're the one who brought us out with the licorice underpants guy. And my brain is like, okay. And the rest of me has to admit, although it's embarrassing and horrifying and totally weird, that I'm in love with the toaster guy. And this makes me insane. I mean, had you told me 2 days ago that I'd be standing in the street pining after a guy that I just met on Craigslist, whose ad I happened to see in the middle of the night, an ad for Yankees tickets, and that I would reply to win a cheap toaster, and that we'd have 2 of the best dates ever, I would say that's crazy. Had you told me that this guy and me would have everyone sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game at our wedding, and that 10 years later we'd be making toast in that very same toaster, I would say that is something else.